For CapitalWeatherGang.com. Thanks so much for tuning in for our weekly Sunday sunset chat. We had record highs today. We're going to see more of that Monday and Tuesday with excessive heat. Heat index values being near or around, maybe a little above 110 degrees. So this is dangerous heat we're talking about for Monday and Tuesday. And then, yes, storm chances are slowly rising this week, but I think we're most focused on the modest chance for maybe some stronger storms, more organized, widespread severe weather potentially on Wednesday. Could bleed into Thursday, but I think the cold front should be through and cooling us off by Thursday, and we'll have a slightly more stable air, even if we do have some remaining showers in the area. Good to see you, Nick and Karen and Katie and JMop and Sarah. Leonard, thanks for tuning in on Instagram. I'm on X, YouTube, and Facebook as well. So all four of our social media channels tonight. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'm Cameron Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Below, we've got the excessive heat warnings in that brightest pink, excessive heat watches for Tuesday in the darker red, and some heat advisories in the area for today as well. We did have record highs again. 101 is a new record, 101 degrees Fahrenheit at DCA Airport today. So keep that in mind. More likely the same with a little more humidity potentially, giving us the dangerous 110 level heat index values for tomorrow and potentially Tuesday as well. So please practice that heat safety we'll go into in a second, no matter where you are. Keep cool as best possible, mindfully hydrate. But relief is coming after potential strong storms. Should, focus on Wednesday. I think Monday, Tuesday, we could see one or two strong storms. So Wednesday is the most organized chance for severe weather. But behind this cold front coming through, we do cool back down into the 80s for Thursday, Friday, maybe lasting into Saturday as well. Charlene, good evening on Facebook. Ruth Elisa. Andrew, I am indeed in. I should be vertical for you, so please let me know, Andrew. And Ruth Elisa, Monday will be very hot for your appointment tomorrow, so please practice that heat safety. And we also have that further article below there on this Eastern United States heat that continues into early part of this week until we see storms, some of which could be strong to severe on Wednesday. Can't rule out a strong or severe storm Monday or Tuesday as well, but I think as the cold front comes through Wednesday, that is our highest chance for strong to severe storms. Mazor, Brago, ARG, Molly, and ER, and Sully, Scully, and Tim, good seeing you on Instagram. Snow Shovel from Capfan, thank you very much for the snow wishes. Johnny, good seeing you on Instagram. K Busar saw on Instagram why with hot emoji face. Indeed, very hot, very much melting, dangerous heat we have for Monday and Tuesday. And Misha, it looks like the summer is already number 2, hottest on record. And so far, we don't see anything letting up for August as it stands now. We expect still the average hot, humid summer to continue. Unfortunately, for the bad news for Misha and for others who don't like the summer weather in the DC area. It's very hot, very humid. Jason, I would love to give you some clouds. Thanks for tuning in from Facebook. And Andrew, please let me know if there are any other issues there on X. And good evening, David. And it is not October yet, Paul, but I wish we had some October weather. And Mont's Love on X, indeed. Oof, indeed. And school let's see, it could be hot for camp issues. So make sure you're practicing that heat safety and do stay alert for local localities are probably activating some heat plans as we go into Monday and Tuesday with heat index values around 110 degrees. That's where it gets dangerous. Uh, Kebu on Instagram, no correlation just yet to how fall might be at this point in time in the calendar. And Chime and Kisi and CN and Ben and Diark, thanks for tuning in. And BP Marshall on Instagram. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Deidre asked on Facebook if we could see some tropical rain. So far, no tropical activity expected for the next 7 days, according to the National Hurricane Center. And yes, David, we hit 101, a new record at DCA Airport today, 101 degrees. We could see more record heat as we go into Monday and Tuesday. So it continues to be dangerous. Please be mindfully hydrating over the next couple days. But precipitation, hit or miss storms Monday and Tuesday. I think Wednesday is the biggest chance for rain. Maybe some, some organized severe weather. We could see some strong severe storms, most likely on Wednesday. Can't rule them out completely for Monday and Tuesday as well. But the good news is over the next 7 days, an inch, at least a half inch in the driest areas northwest of town, and maybe 2 inches plus southeast of town. Unfortunately, this is, generally speaking, and I spoke to this in my PM update at capitalweathergain.com. The patterns still remain outlined there in that brighter orange, the D2 severe drought over kind of centered in the I-81 corridor. Northwest of town over the next 7 days follows the same pattern where it's just going to, yes, get a little bit of rain, but the lesser of the rains. And southeast of town, which as you can see below in the outline is really just a little bit abnormally dry where we don't necessarily need the rain. Again, the same geographic patterns are happening with the rain over the coming week that we've seen in the recent last couple of months. And in the brown shading, that indicates, as I explained in detail in the PM update, but really quickly just want to say the drought is expected to persist maybe into September. But the rains this week should prevent the drought from getting much worse, much faster. This is enough rain to kind of hold things in stasis, hold things at bay for now, and freeze the drought where it is at least, and maybe give us a short-term boost to gardeners and farmers this upcoming week. And yes, focusing a little bit on potential for strong storms, maybe severe storms, hail, and I think the primary threat might be gusty winds by the time we get to Wednesday as a cold front comes through. Damaging wind gusts could be over 57 miles per hour or 58 miles per hour or higher to categorize them as severe storms for this upcoming Wednesday. And we can't rule out one or two strong severe storms Monday and Tuesday. We even had one, I think, near the Bay Bridge today, which, just qualified with the 58-mile-per-hour wind gust, thanks to our team member on the Capital Weather Gang, Jeffrey Halverson, watching that. So let's see, looking ahead to next work week, if you were looking for a break, we might see a slight break with less of a heat signal for next work week. So I could use a break. I'll speak for others among you who are happy to maybe get a break next week. We could potentially stay, with a slight signal for above average temperatures. I think that just is some relief potentially with less of a heat signal in the atmosphere, and it's still a slight signal for above average precipitation next week. So hopefully we continue much of the same, at least keeping things, getting some short-term rains, even if we can't fully dent or diminish and eliminate our drought anytime soon. At least we can stop it from getting worse, right? That's something that we can do. And I think today is day number 25 for 90 degrees or hotter. So we are definitely tracking above average year to date. We're tracking, I think, faster than 90-degree days last year. So we'll see. Our yearly average is 40. We're not there yet, but 25, I think, as of today, are now in the bag. So it remains to be seen how we continue to track. It's only mid-July, right? So plenty of warm season ahead. We've seen 90-degree days in October, as many of you know as well. All right, my PM update here at the very top. Forecast at a glance just above me. And the National Weather Service has appropriately put out excessive heat warnings for tomorrow. Heat index values are dangerous, around 110 degrees. An excessive heat watch is in effect for Tuesday, but heat index values around 110, again, expected on Monday and Tuesday, just like Monday. So one or two strong storms can't be ruled out, but I think storm-wise, we're focused more on Wednesday, potentially having a greater number of strong to severe storms. Thanks for tuning in, Andy from YouTube. And yes, rain and cooler weather, David, hopefully Thursday, Friday. And good evening, Jim. Uh, I would love to send you some more rain or near BWI. It's been hard to get some rain there. And yes, Charlene, great tip. Keep your pets hydrated as well. So let's go to some kind of tips on heat safety in an article further below about the eastern U.S. facing this punishing heat wave. Find all of the latest at capitalweathergame.com. I'm Camden Walker for capitalweathergame.com doing our weekly Sunday sunset chat, but we're there at the website for the blog at washingtonpost.com/weather 24/7 for you. Me and the team are happy to do this 20-minute chat with you. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, X, and Facebook, all four of our social media channels. But please mindfully hydrate this week. Wear that light-colored clothing, lightweight clothing, breathable clothing. Seek shade if you must work outdoors. Frequent breaks. Strenuous activity focused in the very early morning and very late at night. Honestly, the early morning is really the best time around and before sunrise. Those are the lowest temperatures of the day. And just, yes, be mindful of pets, those who you might know that don't have access to air conditioning, but please give those, you and your friends and family and anyone you know, especially the elderly or other vulnerable populations, access to air conditioning is important over the next couple of days with heat index values being dangerous around 110 degrees, it looks like, when you combine the air temperature at least around 100 degrees with fairly high humidity. That's preventing our body from being able to breathe and cool itself appropriately, since our bodies depend on the evaporative cooling from our sweat. And when our sweat can't evaporate effectively, it turns into a very dangerous situation. Liz, a little bit humid maybe, but much better on Thursday and Friday. Great question. And let's see, we Mike the Heat Stops. Thanks for tuning in from X. Mike the Heat Stops on Thursday and Friday. All right, and Charlene again had that great tip about keeping watch for your pets. Keep those pet bowls filled this week as well. Please don't let your pets stay outside or in heated cars this week at all, please. Peter, good evening. Good to see you on Facebook. And Diane sending snow wishes from Instagram. I love that. Good to see you, Anne, and Yojana, and Diana, and Hazel, and Jody, and Diana as well. And yes, young trees, Sunshine Kate. Good point on Instagram. We need to make sure those young trees have a lot of water during this heat wave if you planted them recently. All right, great tips. Hello, Donna. Good seeing you in Iowa from Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. You can let me know. And Liz, you're most welcome. I'm on all four of our social media channels tonight for CaptainWeatherKing.com. Doing our weekly Sunday Sunset Chat. I'm Camden Walker. My PM update there at the top, and heat safety here below me. And we're going to look at the precipitation patterns this week. Wednesday is the day we're focused on maybe seeing some severe weather as a cold front approaches, giving us some relief and back into the 80s, potentially Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday as well. But these could be some organized storms on Wednesday as they exit. We could see damaging wind gusts above 57 miles per hour, maybe some hail, but we'll keep you posted as we get closer. Still not a high, clear signal. No one should be on high alert, but it's there for the atmosphere, kind of saying it might present itself with some new, maybe moderately numerous severe storms on Wednesday. Can't rule out one or two strong severe storms tomorrow and Tuesday as well. But the cold front moving through on Wednesday offers a chance for more organized, more numerous severe storms to develop. But here is the good news. A half inch of rain even in the driest spots northwest of town, an inch and a half or 2.5 inches south and southeast of town. We desperately need this rain. We are still in drought, especially D2 in the outline in the brighter orange, centered over the I-81 corridor, thereabouts. We need to keep sending rain here, like we're hopefully going to keep seeing this week. We'll fill in the rain deficit, hopefully, but the brown shading does indicate an official forecast from drought.gov that drought could persist until September. So we'll watch this for you at capitalweathergang.com throughout this hot season, which really puts stress on all of our plants and our bodies, of course, as well. Dew points are going to be high Monday and Tuesday. That's why we have the excessive heat warning from the National Weather Service tomorrow. Very likely we see heat index values around 110 degrees, so please stay safe tomorrow. And Tuesday has an excessive heat watch, and I do expect 110-degree heat index values when you combine the heat and humidity. So muggy, gross conditions on the dew point scale for Monday and Tuesday generally. We're lucky it's not more sultry and oppressive. Heat index values could, if that happens in localized manners this early week, we could see heat index values around 115. Hopefully not. But the good news is the purples are pushed out of here Thursday, Friday into the weekend. Hopefully, into through the weekend. But we do get a break behind the cold front on Wednesday, despite some strong storms. That's kind of our payment for better air, cooler temperatures, and less humidity for Thursday and Friday. Heat signal is diminished for next week, so looking ahead to next work week, only a slight chance for above average temperatures. A slight probability for above average precipitation as well. Fingers crossed. I continue to want some drought relief. I don't know about you. I'm sure your gardens and your farm is struggling from much of the region, especially over the I-81 corridor where it is driest. And the heat tracker, we still keep track of this at capitalweathergang.com. I think today's day number 25. If you click on my PM update, you'll see this on our blog. But we're tracking definitely above average year dates. I think faster than last year as well. It's already the second hottest summer in the DC area on record. So we'll continue to track this for you and really give you the data and the numbers to kind of corroborate what you're experiencing this summer. All right, my PM update is there at the top, just above me. Kind of your graphical forecast at a glance. That's also available at capitalweathergang.com. I'm Camden Walker doing your Sunday Sunset Live Q&A 20-minute chat. Below are watches and warnings from the National Weather Service. Excessive heat warning for tomorrow's dangerous heat index levels around 110 Fahrenheit. That's the combination of temperatures around 100 degrees and high humidity. Excessive heat watch for Tuesday, where I think again we'll see 110 dangerous heat levels, heat index levels for Tuesday as well. And hopefully some storms, a few of which could be strong, if not Monday, Tuesday, a couple strong storms possible, but Wednesday, as a cold front approaches, offering some relief, we could see some strong storms. Most likely more than Monday and Tuesday, most focused, I think, on Wednesday this week. So here's the temperature slideshow. And it's going to show you the hot early week heat, right? Temperatures around 100 degrees. We could see more records, like today was 101 degrees at DC Airport. So it's just important to practice these heat safety. As I go to your questions and comments, make sure you also see at the far bottom there our latest article about the East Coast, kind of a regional outlook of this brutal heat wave. All right, Liz, I know it is good news that we could see a break from the heat next week. And Paul, I can't wait for Wednesday either. And Beth, we are kind of seeing some rains without severe weather. This time of year with the hot, humid air, especially at the peak of summer in mid-July, I will, I will grant your assumption that oftentimes good rains come with, the downpours, the lightning, the chances for hail or gusty, damaging winds kind of come with these cold fronts this time of year because they're plowing from Canada into our hot, humid dome air mass here, Bermuda high pressure. So it's a instigating trigger for really lifting the air, and we can't avoid it this time of year. A lot of our rains come with a severe weather chance. It's a little frustrating, I grant you that. Lewis, humidity lowers Thursday and Friday. And let's see. David, we are thinking about giving you an update on the 100-degree days tomorrow at capitalweathergang.com. Stephanie has the Sunday scaries. Based on all this heat, I take it. Yes, Donna, I hope to send you some rain there in Iowa as well. Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments. I'm on the air another 3 minutes. Blazy, stay cool if you're jumping rope there on X. I love that. But do in the early morning, like around sunrise and just before, are the coolest conditions of the day. Kara, thanks for tuning in from Alexandria. And HL, good to see you on Facebook. And Liz, you're most welcome. And we've got Amura on Instagram. And Jason and Tony and JG and Bitsy and Hart. All right, I think I've caught up on all the questions and comments. I'm Cameron Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. We're there 24 hours a day at the blog or WashingtonPost.com/weather. This is your weekly Sunday Sunset 20-minute chat Q&A. I'm pleased to talk to you about the excessive heat warnings for tomorrow, excessive heat watch on Tuesday. This means dangerous heat is expected with heat index levels around 110 for Monday and Tuesday. And that's where all the watches and warnings for the heat. That is the severe weather we're facing Monday and Tuesday. Record highs today. We could see record highs tomorrow. This is going to put a lot of heat stress on our bodies, pets, humans, plants as well. So just be prepared. Please mindfully hydrate. Follow the heat safety tips I've got here below: shade, air conditioning, water with electrolytes. Lots to be careful about, please, during the heat of the day. These the heat warnings, the heat alerts from the National Weather Service run from 11 p.m. to 8 p.m., 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So those 9 hours are the kind of worst of the worst for the next couple days. All right. So we've gone over that. Here's the temperature animation for this week. Very hot early week. Cold front on Wednesday has the highest chance for strong or severe storms. But the good news is Thursday and Friday should be cooler and less humid. And Julia's recommending don't walk your dogs during the day if at all possible when it's this hot. And I think, Paul, let's get into the drought really quick before I go, because that's a great question. We're looking at precipitation patterns like one or two, thunderstorms over the next couple days. Rising rain chances is great news, right? One or two strong to severe storms possible. But the main severe weather threat and the highest chance for rain overall is going to be this Wednesday as a cold front approaches. But the great news here over the next 7 days, by the time you talk to me next Sunday for a weekly Sunday Sunset Chat, we're going to see, even in the driest spots northwest of town, which, yes, could use more, at least a half inch of rain, it looks like. And then south and east of town, where we don't necessarily need this much rain, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches of rain can't be ruled out. So the drought is here to stay in the shaded brown area, indicating that it could persist, currently expected to persist into September. And the outlines of the bright orange there, the D2 kind of circled around the IA1 corridor, that is severe drought. And it looks like the precipitation patterns, unfortunately, in the near term, do kind of mirror where we are driest, leaving northwest areas driest, southeastern areas where we are least dry are still going to get more rain in the upcoming week. And of course, we're watching the severe weather potential for Wednesday. Can't rule out Monday and Tuesday having one or two strong storms as well. All right. Let me show you really quick. The dew points are going to go down Wednesday after the cold front Wednesday, but going to be muggy and gross in the 70 to 75 degree range Monday and Tuesday. And that's why we have those excessive heat warnings for dangerous 110-degree heat index values for Monday and Tuesday. But relief is coming at the end, kind of end of the week. Thursday, Friday look decent in the 80s, but still, a little humid. And the heat signal for next week calms a little bit. So hopefully we do see maybe above, it's leaning above average, but not quite as hot in the duration of heat next week. But good news also on the signal there, slight signal for above average precipitation next work week. All right, my allotted time is here. Excessive heat warning for tomorrow, excessive heat watch for Tuesday, maybe strong storms on Wednesday. In an organized fashion, we'll see as that cold front comes through. So we'll keep you posted, of course, on all of this at capitalweathergang.com. And indeed, Paul, we're the focus of the heat this week. I love seeing you on Facebook with all the facts. That's great. It is the Mid-Atlantic is the main focus. All right. I appreciate seeing all of you on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. Stifling, Bethany, MK, OJ, and we've got Goss and Megos. Appreciate seeing you all very much. Anytime you need us, we're at capitalweathergang.com. Mont, I love seeing you on X. Thanks for tuning in. And next week, I'll see you, David, for sure. Deidre, you're most welcome. Everyone, stay very safe in the heat this week. Let me leave you with the heat safety here at the bottom. And our article there also can be found on kind of the whole East Coast perspective there at the very bottom. Go to capitalweathergang.com for my PM update at the top and that article at the bottom. Be mindful and careful, pets, humans, plants, over the next couple of days. Dangerous heat is here with excessive heat warning in effect for tomorrow and likely again on Tuesday with 110 heat index values. It is dangerous, and I just want you to be careful. I'll see you next Sunday, and bye for now.